Guess who's back?
Ooh.
Fresh episode of the DNA Atlanta Sports Talk Show with myself, Donnell Suggs, editor-in-chief of the Atlanta Voice, and
Andrea Richmond, esports, sports, and otherwise. I do it all.
Andrea and I spent last Friday. I'm just going to jump back real quick. Let me have this moment for a minute because All-Star Week was great for me. But one of the highlights, and there's a lot of highlights. One of the highlights is when Andrea and I decided, you know what? We're in the Battery right now. Let's just go live right now, unscripted. We went live on Friday before the HBCU Swingman Classic.
Yeah.
And, dude, that was some of the most fun I've ever had.
Dude, we have to start doing that and taking the show on the road because it's so fun not just being there live in the atmosphere, especially that very special atmosphere, which we'll get to in general, being at HBCU, the atmosphere. Of course, Braves Stadium, not always a huge black fan base, so HBCU turnout, of course, there's going to be a huge turnout on that. But then also to just interviewing the people, getting the sights.
The fans loved it.
The fans.
They loved it.
The band passed by, guys. You're going to have to look out for the next time that
because she was feeling. She's a former band member, so she was feeling that. She was going to town. I was like, wow, we got to do this more often. We grab people. Excuse me, you want to come on the show? People just jump on our live.
Yeah.
And again, HBCUs, so you know it's personal, it's family. And the engagement was so much fun. I'm talking about older women, younger kids, whatever. It was just HBCU love. So that was my highlight of All-Star Week was that Friday HBCU Swingman Classic before the game.
Yeah, the Swingman Classic in general was just so fun. We talked about this. We don't normally see like line dances and then also like we're having a wobble. We're going to
all that
ground with the fans out. Everybody.
Just the music in general was so different.
Dude.
I was like at the Battery.
At the Battery.
No disrespect, but I'm there all the time, and I don't feel like I go right to the Battery, right to the press box because it really isn't a vibe that I necessarily need. I'm going to work.
Right.
I was hanging out. We were hanging out for how long?
An hour.
Oh my God! If not a little bit more. If not a little bit more.
And it's funny too. It's not only us that felt that same way. We asked the fans like, how often do you come out to Braves games? And honestly, shout out to the two young ladies that we talked to. During our time there while we were live, they talked about the fact that one of them goes to games, but only once in a while. Doesn't go at all. So again, it bring out a different crowd and assignment, and you could see that, you could feel that. Right. And unfortunately, although there were some rain delays, it was still a fun atmosphere for that.
It needed to happen. It needs to happen every year. MLB keep doing that. It was great for the young men.
Yeah.
They got a chance to play in a stadium that more than likely they might not play in again.
It's a whole run, too.
There's one kid. Yeah, a couple of those kids kind of flexed a little bit right before the draft.
Yeah.
So we'll see, because, again, the first 3 rounds of the draft was broadcast. The next 4 rounds isn't, so you never know. One of these young men that was juniors or seniors could have been drafted. I just thought it was a ton of fun.
Yeah. And that's not the only action that happened during the All-Star Week because, again, the draft you talked about, where the vibes at the draft.
Oh, man. It was a Sunday. It was a Sunday night. It was great. The Roxy's not super big, so it's very intimate. So the dance floor, the concert floor, normally before the stage, they just put a whole bunch of seats down, had a bunch of fans, mascots. It was really cool because the MLB draft really isn't like sexy.
Yeah.
90% of the people you're going to see is a high school kid from Oklahoma somewhere. Like, what? Unless you're a diehard draft person, you don't know that shortstop from Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Oh, dude, there's so many more players.
There's so many players, but it was really cool because they kind of dolled it up and dressed it up. And I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Next year's draft, next year's All-Star Weekend will be in Philadelphia.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna fly us out there. I think we want to do another one.
Yeah.
For the swingman.
If we could do the swingman and then also
and hang out for a little bit for the weekend.
It would be amazing to see all those people again. The atmosphere was great, and Philly's always a good time,
unbelievable,
a wild time too. So I can't wait. But we can also talk about the All-Star game itself, which actually happened last night, and I like us talking about it because we have 2 different perspectives.
We do.
You were inside the field, and we're outside, and I feel like, and I was looking at the broadcast from my home, but either way, I feel like it was a great experience for everyone involved.
I thought the game was dope. I thought when they announced Ronald Acuna starting lineup, the crowd was so loud you could barely hear yourself think, which is awesome because I figured that was going to happen.
Yeah.
What I didn't like, what I think you said you did like, and we're going to talk about that, is how the game ended. I'm a traditional, again, I'm like 100 years older than Andrea, so I'm a different baseball guy. I'm an old school baseball guy, so I'm thinking 6-6. Okay, we're going to extra innings. And they're like, wait, we're going to do this mini home run derby thing. I'm like, What? Why? Why?
And you know what? I like it because let's be honest, baseball is suffering when it comes to the youth. We need to teach these kids baseball, period, right?
Yes.
People more involved.
I agree.
Honestly, what has historically brought people out to baseball? It's been home
runs.
It's been dingers. So for you to spice it up, I think that's something that's interesting because baseball has always been trying to find that extra wrinkle. And you can look at the NBA All-Star game, right, as a comparison. Another All-Star game that's been trying to figure out ways to become innovative and have only found like terrible ideas because the players still don't care.
They don't care.
MLB deciding not only to make sure that this has playoff implications, but then to also end it with a home run. I think it brings in more fans and makes the players actually try a little bit more.
I felt like because it has playoff indications, and if you are the Dodgers, for example, or you are the Yankees, for example, or whomever, you kind of don't want to risk home field advantage on a mini home run derby.
That's true.
But Kyle Schwarber went up there and took 3 swings.
3 swings.
Nailed them.
All of them.
Nailed them.
The park.
So it was cool in that sense, but.
And I think the general momentum for the game was really dope as well. Because for a while, it seems like the National League was just going to take
6-0. Game's over. We're just playing around.
Over. And then the 7th inning. Who would have thought right there at the dead of the night?
I know.
Just one after the other.
Shout out to my guy, Pete Alonso, New York Mets. My guy.
Come alive, man. And because of that, it made for a really good game. And
it was exciting.
This might be a take. I think that might be the best All-Star game that I've seen across any sports. I haven't watched NHL, so I will make that kind of.
Yeah, shout out to NHL. We don't watch that.
We do not watch that. Maybe one day, but not.
Yeah. Bring it to Atlanta. We'll watch it.
Yeah, if it heads to Atlanta, please. But Thrashers will have to come back. R.I.P.
Just bring the game back here then. We'll just watch the one game then.
We'll watch it, please. An auxiliaries game around the corner.
Fire. We'll do that.
But I think this was the best All-Star game I've seen across sports in the last 10 years, right? There are a couple that come out of my mind. Like, I don't know, Kobe going off his retirement year was at 2018.
Yeah, that was fun.
2014 WNBA All-Star game. Well, that's not even 10 years ago. That's 11 years ago.
I know.
Yeah, dude.
My favorite NBA All-Star game was from 2001.
Dude.
In D.C. So
it's been a while.
It's been a while.
We've seen NBA has been a while since we've seen anything that's good. Or
nobody wants to play.
NFL, we don't care.
Pro Bowl is not a thing anymore.
No. So I really like the product that you saw overall. The broadcast was interesting. Kershaw had a really good
I love that.
send-off and
that was
talk.
Super cool.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
It was a good All-Star game.
I thought it was a great All-Star week, the whole thing. From the HBCU Classic to the fact that we had the draft in the Roxy to, I didn't see the Futures game. I heard it was cool. That was a Saturday.
Yeah.
I was in Savannah, so I didn't get to that. But again, the draft was on Sunday. Home run derby on a Monday night. That was cool. And then to have the All-Star game on Tuesday night. I figured like the MLB nailed it.
Yeah.
Atlanta showed out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a story online I wrote from last night on theatlantavoice.com. Please read that.
Please.
And then it's lead A1 story, and it's about how Atlanta showed out. I thought all the events were super cool, but the venues and the energy was what really shaped it.
And you know what? Atlanta can be a transplant city sometimes, but when it comes to the Braves, when it comes to baseball, even with the move from Fulton County Stadium to Go-Rev to the Battery, it's nice to see people still show out and still show their love.
Beautiful.
Atlanta deserves more All-Star games because it's a poppin' city, okay?
Yeah.
Not just popping over here at certain wing joints that are going on, right? It's like everything's popping.
Message to MLB. Please don't wait another 25 years for us to have the game. We don't need to wait another 20. I get it. You got to be fair.
Yeah.
You have to be fair. But just like the Super Bowls in New Orleans every decade, we should have the All-Star game here every 10 years.
That's a great observation.
We always put it in New Orleans. I love it. I love New Orleans. I love New Orleans.
City.
It's dope.
French Quarter is great. But,
right.
However.
That being said, let's just go ahead and put the All-Star game in Truist Park every 10 years.
Yeah.
It deserves it. It is a great place to host it. It's a perfect, normally not the best location for me being a guy that lives in the South Side and works in Atlanta.
Cobb County's a little interesting.
You know what I mean? Cobb is interesting. But still, it really showed out. So shout out to that.
Yeah. But we can talk a little bit about the other Atlanta teams, including the Atlanta. I mean, I really don't want to because, unfortunately, some of the Atlanta teams, even the good ones, are kind of trending a little bit downward. But Atlanta United, stayed stagnant.
They picked up a point on Saturday in Toronto, late in the match, penalty. First of all, Emmanuel Latela got a goal. He needed one. He hadn't had a goal since March 29th. Listen to me. We're in July.
That's a long time.
The man gets paid a lot of money to score goals and hasn't scored goals in more than 2.5 months. So him scoring that goal was like, mind you, it was barely went in. But whatever.
Sometimes you just need to see it go in. You know,
just see it go in.
Hopefully that you can.
I think that's the energy. You need to see it go in. Very well said. Very well said.
Back it up afterwards, and really, they need this too because you need to acquire more and more points as we get
immediately
closer
to the end of the season. We're not well past, but we are past the halfway point at this point. So halfway would be 16. This is game 19. So that's enough with the whole. Oh, we only have a half a season. No, we don't. No. They're playing Chicago tonight.
Yeah,
Chicago is solid, very good. They're better at home than they are away. It's a chance. Atlanta United has not been home in 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a very
bunch of stuff going on. FIFA Club World Cup, a whole bunch of reasons why you weren't home.
We've seen soccer in the city.
We have seen soccer, very very good soccer, by the way.
Very good, top of the class, like
better soccer,
but
better
soccer.
However,
the 17s we haven't seen.
17s haven't seen, and they haven't seen the club in a while. So I know I got a feeling tonight on a Wednesday in the midweek, it's gonna be a very strong crowd. A lot of folks probably stayed over for All-Star Weekend, get ready to go home soon. Maybe they'll jump into that.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be a big crowd. This will be a perfect opportunity to get 3 points, score a couple goals, kind of shake up the energy again, and I don't have to go to post-game press conference with the manager looking really sad.
I think you said perfect time to score 3 points. That's very helpful.
It would be helpful. It would be nice.
But that's super helpful.
Don't forget, you've got this match on Wednesday and they play again on Saturday. That's back-to-back home matches. You really have to win these, dude.
Next week, too, so this is a tight bit of the schedule. You're playing a lot of games in a short amount of time.
A lot of games.
You need to rack up the points while you still have them because point totals matter in general as you approach.
The draws are just not going to do it at this point. The draws not going to do it.
Staying stagnant will not do it, especially with a team that didn't start off the season spectacularly.
They did not.
They
did not. Okay, well, here's a good thing.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Dream are 12-9. Not the greatest record in the world, not the worst.
No.
They're playing today at noon.
Yeah, they're playing at least an hour after this recording.
Right. So we're going to hustle and go watch that.
We'll see what happens. I think what's good, unfortunately, what's bad is that Ryan Howard went out with a knee injury.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
It's a strange knee. It's a strange thing.
She had that brace on all season, so I figured, it was kind of tender to begin with.
Yeah, but she had an injury in the first quarter of the game before last. I believe it was still against the Liberty.
Right.
And she went ahead, she got injured. They brought her back in at halftime, and then she got hurt again.
Yeah. So she won't be playing tonight.
She won't.
Or today.
Tonight.
Excuse me.
And I hope she doesn't miss All-Star game in general.
I know. I don't want that for her.
No, you don't want that.
But we kind of need it for the season. An All-Star game is not important.
I know.
Sorry.
For her, we don't want it. But in general, for us, we don't. No. I just think that's bad injury management. And I think it's also interesting for the Dream because this offense is looking a little weird. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Jordan Canada being back, I always say this. She's one of my favorite players to watch. She brings the continuity and a little flow. But it's weird. We're not going to Brittany a lot. And I can see why. Offensively, she's not as sharp as she once was.
No.
And it feels like what happened to that flow where we had going for a minute where the team was clicking and Ryan was playing point guard at one point too.
Yeah, Ryan was playing point guard. It was bad.
It was weird.
But I think the rotations in general, right? We talked about it earlier in the season. How many players that we have on this team? Nia Coffey's been out the rotation. Tina out the rotation.
Yeah.
Shatori Walker, Kimbrough. There's too many talented players to be out the rotation while Ryan Howard is hurt.
Right. It was already a 6 or 7 woman rotation. Now he's shortening it without the best player. It's like,
and we need the scoring too.
We need it.
Bree Jones and BG can only do so much.
But so much
and then
off the glass.
The guards just sitting there, standing on the corner, and the corner's on the outside, and it's just like, you guys do the work, and we're just gonna stand here and hope you kick out. It's not offensive flow right now.
No, it's not.
And I know we started off the season shooting a lot of threes, and that was crazy.
A ton.
But I think we've gone the opposite way, where all we do is rely on the post, and
hopefully the rebounds get picked up by Brianna Jones and Brittany, and okay, we'll fix that. It's like, that's not gonna work all year long.
It's not, because BG isn't as dominant as she used to.
No, it's not.
And unfortunately, like, Bree Jones can only do but so much. And Alicia Gray, she's left in the island outside.
Love her, but
no Ryan Howard to really relieve the stress.
That kind of got her a lot of shots. Having Ryan on the court gets Alicia a lot of shots. Yeah. Without Ryan, you can kind of put pressure on her, knowing, okay, she's going to have to score for them to win.
And guess what? She felt that pressure. Ryan had to tell her off on the bench. She was like, girl, what is going on? Calm down. Don't crash out. Okay?
Right. Well, maybe playing the Chicago Sky, who are 7-14.
Yeah.
And granted, in Chicago, but a noon game, kind of get in town, knock it out. Maybe this would be a good little dose of medicine, kind of get a win and get out of town.
Yeah, and best thing is, well, not best thing for her, but or this guy in general. Best thing for us, Angel Reese is out, and that's their best player.
Yeah.
So their guards have been inconsistent. Ariel Atkins is out.
Atkins I like.
Yeah, she was cooking like 20 points the other day. So I think that this is a perfect opportunity to get a win, which the Atlanta needs, because he started off hot. He's been slowing down tremendously.
Yeah.
And he just need a win before the All-Star break.
It'll be nice to get that one before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Okay, NFL training camp is getting ready to start on Thursday the 24th, if I'm not correct. Falcons camp. That's great. Flowery Branch. I don't know. We might have to try to see if we can get it live up there too. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Again, NFL fans, here you go. Camp. You can get to see them in shells and shorts, and just think it's almost football season, because guess what? Preseason only starts a week and a half from now.
It's so
crazy.
The turnaround. Like, again, the Hall of Fame game is usually around the MLB All-Star game. I look up to the calendar and I'm like, oh my God.
Like a week later. Right.
It's about to be more and more interesting games about to be happening. The sports calendar is only going to get thicker at this point.
I know.
And it's interesting to see what'll happen with Michael Penix, because I think that's the biggest question.
It's everybody's question.
Outside of, like, we have new players. We drafted almost all defense.
Needed to.
Coming into the season.
Needed to.
I think those are the two biggest questions. How will Penix and that defense operate? Because those are really what we lean on. We have like skill position players, right?
Yeah, it's really pretty to watch. Yeah, but you also lost 5 games last year by less than a touchdown. So it's like all that skill didn't mean anything.
It didn't. Because you need to have a quarterback who's healthy to throw it to. And as we saw with Kirk Cousins, that didn't happen.
Yeah, that doing the quarterback show, the Netflix joint.
Yeah, it exposed a lot. And maybe he felt like he was lied to by the front office.
You say he felt like he kind of was? I mean, you pay me this money, I'm the guy, and you turn around and draft a younger guy.
Yeah, no, I can definitely believe that.
Yeah.
He also needs to play better, too.
I'm about to say, it didn't stop the fact that you do 5 interceptions that we did that stop it?
It was rough, So hopefully, in Falcons fans, Lord knows they need it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this could be a turning of the tide and just some type of
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
7 consecutive seasons without making the playoffs. Ugh. Last year's team won 8 games. You say, 8, that's nothing. It's so... They won 7 like 5 years in a row. They were 8 and 9. Yeah. That actually was an improvement, if you don't mind me saying, for Raheem Morris in his first year as head coach.
That was.
Not interim, but full-time head coach. So I almost feel like, for the sake of a lot of people, they need to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and you know what? If they don't make the playoffs, at least make it super competitive. I mean, there's not a lot of things going on in this division. I mean, Tampa Bay is good.
They'll be fine. They're always like that. The Saints are not trying to win any football games.
The Saints are an unserious organization at this
point.
point.
And you can't say, Carolina, who cares? Carolina kicked that butt in Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Right.
So
has been improving.
The young fella looks like he's hungry, man. He got something to prove, man.
When you have Bijan Robinson, when you have Drake London, and when you have finally, please, can we do something with Kyle Pitts?
Just throw the ball to him. This is put him in the offense. Throw the ball to him. If he drops it, then that's his fault. We can't keep on doing the whole Kyle Pitts numbers aren't good. Blah blah blah. We can't keep on doing that.
You would hope we would be able to utilize him with a quarterback, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing I want to see this year. Can you make those 3 skill position players shine
to the next level?
Because
Bijan ready.
Can get something.
Bijan Robinson's ready.
Dog, man.
He's a dog, dude.
He just needs to.
You can call every team in the league and say we want to trade Bijan. They'd all give you a package for Bijan Robinson.
Absolutely, but you have to make sure your quarterback is a threat.
Well,
make sure it can help them a little.
I want to point out a really cool moment I had during the MLB All-Star Week. Right?
Yeah.
This hat I bought from the store. Right? Plain, had nothing on it. I didn't remember what it was because they gave us a discount. Right? What I wanted to do was get all the staff at Truist Park, the parking lot attendants, the security, the guys who check the bags, the ones on the elevator, all them folks. I said, hey, can y'all sign my hat?
That's so cool.
Every time I asked somebody, they were like, for real, me?
Yeah.
You sure? I was like, please. I have a black Sharpie, and I'm going around collecting autographs like they're professional athletes. Because I don't care about professional athletes. I care about real people that make that stuff possible.
And you know what? I think that's so cool because Atlanta doesn't get a lot of these all-star games.
No, we
don't. Everybody feels like they're an all-star. But, like, again, they're the reason why that game ended up happening. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, that's so cool.
I said,
the idea to do that.
Who am I to think that this thing doesn't work as smoothly without these folks?
Yeah, no.
You know?
It doesn't.
And it doesn't. And they were great. And I'm talking about the lady at the front desk, the one who does the food, the craft services people. Everybody was cool with it. I have to admit, everybody I asked was black. No disrespect.
Yeah.
But the one guy at the elevator, he was white. I asked him.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. So see, it was just real people, man. Real people make up this All-Star weekend. And that's why it was as dope as it was.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show some love to them. And I thought that was really cool. Shout out to Clinton Yates for ESPN.
He also roast. That was the name of
that's what it was.
Do.
I got the rest of the black journalists to sign it too, and he was super hyped to sign it. He was dope. Yeah. Shout out to him. Mm-hmm. Good dude. A lot of good dudes. Eric Jackson over at Sportico. Mm-hmm. A lot of good guys was there. Signed my hat. Collector's item. Never get rid of this hat.
And again, a lot of people think that it's only the celebrities. It's
man.
The people who are on the field that make this game. Literally, professional sports wouldn't happen if the people
it would not happen.
Were there. If the people who were there at the front desk were there,
yes.
so they can sign everybody. The parking lot attendants.
The parking lot attendants, the security guards who had to check the bags and all that. That's very important.
And what I love so much about that hat too is people put their own names. You say
totally.
Like Reggie's put right there.
Look, from Lot 11. Shout out to Miss Alicia. Mr. Howell from Section 235. Shout out to my guy. Reggie in quotes Davis. His name is Reginald. Everybody knows Mr. Reggie at the security desk.
Yeah.
Those people. Somebody put the man. I don't know who the man is.
Somebody's been waiting on this moment. A lot of these people have been
waiting on this moment. It's really cool. I'm never gonna forget this.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget this. You know what I mean?
This is something you put up on a mantle, put on a desk wherever.
Or a dummy like me and just wear it in the street and sweating it.
Okay, don't sweat it out because you don't want to sweat out that Sharpie. You don't want to leave out the man. Okay.
The man is right over here. Leave the man in there. But I thought it was really cool, Mo. I want to make sure we mention that in the show.
Yeah. Always shout out to love to the real All-Stars.
The 9 to 5ers, man.
Weekend the way it is.
Yeah, they were big, so I appreciate that. Okay, so that's football, that's basketball, that's soccer, that's baseball. Yankees are coming in town on Friday. I will be there for all of those. That's going to be nuts because Yankee fans are super annoying. But we will be there. We might even go live again. You watch us now. We might do that. Mm-hmm. But please follow us on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and I have a TikTok at Suggs, Suggs, Writer, WRITR. I have a TikTok. I'm 47 years old and I have a TikTok.
I'm going to get him to do a TikTok dance. I promise you.
I don't know how to do one
day.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
But please follow Andrea on social media. Where?
Yes. At Bordy McBoard, BOREDY MCBORED.
Please do, and please watch our show every week. We'll be back. Peace.
See ya.